All right, Shalom Akim, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, double honors to my apostles and the elders, a great millstone. All right, and peace and blessing to the Akim out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity. All right, so I want to do this lesson, and pretty much I got sparked in the spirit from a brother from the DC camp. I forget the brother's name, Lord's will, I can remember the brother's name in the video, So pretty much, you gotta I want to entitle this video, if I can remember. I want to entitle this video, "Remember the Spirit you had when you first came into the truth," right? When you first heard this word, something along that line. All right, because when you first heard this truth, all right, it was like a spark, a burning fire inside of you, right? It was a burning fire inside of you. And you pretty much dropped everything in your life, all right, to get this word. When you heard the apostles and elders speak this word, you dropped everything in your life because you was like, man, this is the truth. This is what I was longing for. Now, in my personal experience, I remember being a young kid in my adolescence, of asking the Lord pretty much for the truth. Okay, I didn't quite know what the truth was. Right? I would hear things that the so-called white man said, that the earth was 300 billion years old or whatever, that we evolved from monkeys. And I knew in my spirit that it wasn't right. Necessarily, I didn't grow up in the church or whatever. I went to church every once in a while. My parents did. But then there, I didn't feel comfortable. Right? I didn't quite understand what was going on. And then when I heard the truth, that fire was sparked inside of me, and pretty much I dropped everything, right? And I was glued to the computer screen. I was glued to the scriptures. And then it was like a fire, uncontrollable fire within inside of me. All right. So now that, you get more grounded into this thing, that in that honey stage is not as sweet as it used to be. And you're in that bitter stage. At the same time, you're supposed to still have that same burning fire inside of you to push this word, to give that diligence. Right? Remember that spirit that you had, to where everything that you wanted to do was completely stopped by Yahweh Shema Shai. Because the Lord, he was calling you to be a prophet of the Lord. All right. So I got a couple of scriptures that I want to go through. All right. Because you're supposed to still have that same spirit burning inside of you. All right. And trying to seek the Lord, man. Okay. And not now that you have the scriptures, right, inside your mind, now you become a slothful, a lazy servant, right? When you get better at this thing, you're supposed to be more efficient in the way that you do things. Use your time more efficiently and push this word out even more. All right. So this is Baruch 4:28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned. Right, because at a point in time we were taken away and from this knowledge. We didn't have this knowledge anymore. All right, the Lord took his name away from us. The Lord took our heritage away from us. He put us in slavery. We couldn't call upon him. So now that the Lord, he's given this back to us, right? It says, being returned, now we are returned to the Lord. We're calling on the Lord's name. Seek him 10 times more. So now when you seek something 10 times more, you do something 10 times more, all right? You're giving your whole life over to whatever you're trying to do, right? You got to seek the Lord 10 times more. You got to go full body into this thing. All right, now Jake wants to do things that please him. Jake wants to fulfill his own pleasures. Jake doesn't want to cast off the things that are hindering him from pushing his word to the best of his ability. All right. He doesn't want to pick up his cross and follow the Lord wholeheartedly. All right. He still has ways in the world that he doesn't want to cast off because they make him feel good. They give pleasure to him. Right. It gives him a stress relief. When the stress relief should be you diving more into these scriptures, diving more into doing the work of the Lord. That's where the stress relief is going to come, because everything that in this world, the flesh of the eyes, right? The pleasures of life is vanity, man. You know, it's enmity with the Most High. It's wickedness. So being called to the Lord, you have to cast off all that. But Jake doesn't want to cast off all that because it's too hard. He doesn't want to pick up his cross and follow the Lord. You have to deny yourself daily in this thing, man. And with that, you got to grab that fire that you had once in His truth, right? That talent that the Lord gave to you, and you got to push that to the best of your ability, man. You got to go wholeheartedly after the Lord. Okay? But Jake, he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to cast off all that old man. He doesn't want to become a new creature he doesn't want to become a new creature. He wants to be a lazy, slothful servant. He thinks that he was supposed to be on this earth, right? Jake thinks that they're supposed to be on this earth to do their own pleasure, to do their own thing, whether it be a basketball player, football player. All right. You can't be slack in business. All right. You have to seek the Lord. And how do you seek the Lord? Is by pushing out this word, by doing videos, by serving your brother. All right. Jake doesn't want to become a servant. He thinks that people should serve him. We're going to get that in the kingdom of heaven, man. All the things that you have denied on this side, you're going to receive a millionfold in the kingdom of heaven, man, according to the scriptures. All right. This is 2 Peter 3:1. This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, and both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance. So the Lord, He's stirring up our pure mind by the way of remembrance. Because these are the former things that we once knew. We once knew our power. We once knew that we were Israelites. We once knew that the kingdom of heaven was going to be unto us. Right? So now the Lord, He stirred up our pure minds. We have to push this word 10 times more. We have to give up more. Right? Remember that spirit that you had when you first came into the truth. How you were like, man, I'm cut off everything. I gotta change my life. I gotta serve the Lord, you know, because He ordained you to be a prophet. He ordained you to be a prophet to your nation, to be a prophet unto the nations, right? Because the lot of the prophet of Yahweh, that's the heaviest lot you can have, man. That's the heaviest lot on the planet Earth. Right? That's the lot with the greatest responsibility. Right? And with the greatest reward. Because your current state that you're in, you feel, okay, I gotta feel good. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Well, this is not what this thing is about. It's not about you feeling good. It's about doing the work of the Lord and overcoming all that through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, when He came to the earth, He did not fulfill His own belly. He did what the Lord told Him to do, man. And this is what the same thing we got to do, man. We got to seek the Lord 10 times more. We got to have that fire that was once inside of us when we first heard that word, and we gotta transfer that energy into doing this work, man. Right now you're more grounded. Right? At first, you were pretty much on the job training, getting this word. Now that you have this word inside you, now that you have this information inside you, inside your spirit, inside your mind, now it's time to show forth that talent that the Lord has given you. All right? And prophesy and serve the brotherhood, right? Push this word out and give the Lord no rest, man. All right, cry unto the Lord. And by doing this work, it's pleasing unto Yahweh Shema Shai, and He's going to take care of you for doing it, for seeking Him. All right, for not letting the sun go down, without doing something righteous, man. Because Esau, he doesn't let the sun go down without doing something wicked. So we have to be defenders of the gospel. We have to go contrary to all the things that Esau does, and we have to fight evil. All right, which is the spiritual demon Satan and his cronies, man. All right, that's physically manifested on the earth through Esau and even through our people. All right, through the woman. All right, we have to deny all that. You have to give up more. And Israel doesn't want to give up more. That's why they're in the current state that they're in. They want to please themselves and not please the Lord. This is not what it's about. All right, so this is Jeremiah 20. Let me find it. Yeah, Jeremiah 20:9. Then I said, I would not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. All right, because Jeremiah was vexed, man. He didn't want to preach anymore. All right, he didn't want to go to the children of Israel. But his word was in my heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones. And that's how brothers felt. Some brothers, when they heard this word, they was like, man, I don't even want to do that. That looks hard. I got to go out there. I'm not a good speaker. I got to go out, sit out there for 4 hours, look like a spectacle. But then that fire inside of you, it couldn't stop. It couldn't contain you. That's the fire that you're still supposed to have. Are you not supposed to be a wicked and slothful servant? You're supposed to take that energy, that fire that the Lord has given you, right? Because that fire is a pure energy. And you're supposed to transfer that energy into the work, man. And keep them hands busy. But his word was in my heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. So yeah, we can't be we can't be settled. Now that I got this word, now I'm gonna chill out. You know Jake on a job. Now he's been there for a while. He knows the ins and outs. He can come to the job late. He knows the supervisor. He's cool with them, so he's lenient. Or he know how to cut corners and BS his way. Nah, you can't do that with the work of the Lord. You gotta push this word more and more. That fire that you once had inside of you, and when you first heard this word, you gotta keep that fire, man. That fire can't diminish. That fire has to grow. That's when you're casting off that old man, you becoming a new man day and day. That fire can't be burnt out. Or that fire has to increase inside of you. Or even though you're in that bitter stage. Through that bitterness, you're supposed to overcome that bitterness through the Yahushua. Yahushua did it. Yahushua is like, all right, I got this word. I'm just going to chill out. I'm just going to drink wine, deal with some women. All right. We can go. Hey, told the disciple, hey, look, we can go out. We can go out every third day. All right, chill out. We can go speak for an hour. Nah, man, you got to push this word. You can't give the airway, the internet, so to speak. All right, a break, man. Everything, because Esau, he's against us, man. We're battling high level spiritual demons, principalities, and wickedness in high place. That's what we're battling. All right, so you can't have a slothful you got a baby spark. You don't even have the flame no more. The flame is about to die out, and a lot of guys, you see they flame dying out, man. All right, whether it because of the bitterness of this truth, or whether it because of the cares of this world. All right, they didn't want to give up the cares of this world. All right, I'm not gonna make the video long. I'm just gonna hit this last scripture, and I'm gonna wrap it up. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail. Right? And giving diligence meaning you got that fire inside of you, man. And you should take examples from the apostles and elders that have been doing this for 30 plus years, man. They still got that fire inside of them. Now all of a sudden they got the knowledge. Now it's up to the younger brothers to push this word. And we gonna just sit back and be overseers. Nah, they're examples. They're examples of how that fire is still burning inside them when they first heard this word. All right. So you got to be in the same spirit. You got to have that same fire that's inside you that you cannot push this word. This word has to be inside you. And a lot of guys, they don't want that responsibility. They want to be the top guy, but then they don't want to do the things that a top guy has to do. Or they want that glory. All right. You're not supposed to be after this thing for the glory, man. You're supposed to be after this because you're a servant unto the Lord. And you are a servant unto your brethren. All right. And you have to give diligence. By giving diligence, that means you're seeking the Lord 10 times more. Because at one point you went off against the Lord, man, in your past reincarnations. All right. And you gotta remember that, man. You gotta remember that you went off. And the Lord, he chastising you. So now he's chastising you to bring you back to righteousness, right? And he has given you the lot of a prophet to push this word, right? You have to deny yourself of this world because, hey, man, very, very soon, we're going to receive the kingdom of heaven, man. When all hell breaks loose and all these people are going to be in the famine, they're going to be getting destroyed by the so-called white man and these nuclear missiles, you're going to be delivered, all right, for your diligence, okay, to make your call and election sure. So we have to be like that, man. We got to still have that fire burning inside you. That fire can't waver and wane, all right? You got to push this word even more, all right? So, with that, it was on my spirit to do this video. I pray that you brothers had you got some edification out of the video. Earlier Satan was hindering the video, so now I'm able to do the video. So Lord's will, the video gonna be up. All right, right when I'm done, put the video up. So I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders, and peace and blessing to the Akim out there pushing his word. Shalom.